boom. Welcome to the time travel investigation, part 19. I did a couple stunts. You know, when you time travel, you go to those spots where they got the regeneration shit. You barely see the grays. But they're there. I'm on my Macintosh shit. So I got the notes. Got the motherfucking. Got two different conductors. So I'm gonna just show you that shit like in like 10 seconds. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, light speed, y'all, or Godspeed, whatever speed you get. You know, time travel speed. So listen, remote view inversion. What happens is you have to figure out how to get to a certain amount of time in the future and then work your way back. It's deep. Like, I've been practicing this shit with the remote view, so it's like, this shit has been like, oh my god. It's like, it's been pretty fucking deep. You know, I go to a couple few years in the future. Sometimes I go a little bit too far. Yeah, then you change shit on the way back. And if you go too far back, guess what? You change some shit in the past, which you know in the future now. So there are mergers and infinite imposters and or doppelgangers. So I was watching the Rick and Morty shit, and it's pretty good. They had like the Asimov cascade thing. What happens with that is you make a decoy because you know something's gonna happen, but nobody knows who made this decoy. So the decoys make decoys because they're threatened. Then the decoys make decoys because they're threatened. Then the decoys all want to kill each other because they don't know who's actually the one doing the killing. It's a dope episode. I don't mean to spoil it. But as far as the AIs have to do with it, it's like alright, let's say you make a human being. The human being makes a human being. The human being makes a artificial human being. But it's still a human being. So the artificials make an artificial human being or try to make a human being. That's how deep in the future I just went. You know what I mean? Just give you all a heads up. That's like 6,000 years ahead times X. You know what I mean? Like, we talking Mega Man shit. So when you're time hopping, there's time traveling and then there's time hopping. The unparadoxed are unparalleled. What that means is they don't have a parallel universe. You can't paradox them. They're going to continue in their timeline no matter what you try to do to them. It's deep. Let's say you go back in time to fuck somebody up. Their timeline is going to be just the same as if you didn't do anything. I wanted to say this. Sometimes there's missions where if you go back in time for a mission, you actually have to do something else. It's deep. You can't just go back in time to change something, because if you go back in time to change something that you're going back in time to change, you go back to your own time and you didn't change anything. So obviously there's something else that you have to change instead of what you were sent back in time to change. It's deep like a motherfucker. I've been just like getting the scope out. You know what I mean? Alright, so I already explained the reverse thing. I'm going to explain it even further now. Let's just say you go to like, let's say you're watching a movie, but you start the movie a good hour into it, so you have no idea what's going on. You roll it back. Now, some places have this technology where you have cameras that like fast forward things. You have laptops that are like, they shorten the time, and it's like you do like about 3 hours worth of work in about 10 minutes, type of shit. I've seen those. They exist, but still, you go back and you're able to change certain things, because in a remote view world, you're still like outside of the program, so to speak. You're outside of reality. You're in the astral plane, or whatever plane it may be. There's the ghost. There's ghosts. You go outside of your body. Somebody might try to get into your body if they're just a ghost and they could do that shit. But if they're just a ghost and they could do that shit, chances are they're in hell right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just saying. Point is, you go outside the body, you come back, things are different. You know what I mean? You see Mandela effect. You thought something was here before, it's there. It's not there now. You know what I mean? You thought this was the scenario before, they changed shit up. It's not what it is now. So you do this a certain amount of times, it's like, is it real or is it fake? I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, man. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I just drink too fucking much. Excuse me. Yeah. And this is your best friend in them Hunger Games. So I have a problem with dated music. What happens is, if you say the date of the song in the song, or the song has a date on it, it's dated. Now, either that means that this is gonna be always that this is gonna be always associated with this date, or it means that it's gonna always feel like that year, meaning it's merged with that year. It has something about mergers. Yeah, it's there. It's there in the. It's in the. So if you go back in time and you meet yourself in the past and you tell them anything at all, or if they see you, sometimes if they see you, you merge with them immediately. You connect. You share whatever timeline you just went through, and that's the end of your life. But you're now living as that person, and that person's living as you. It's like it's like, you remember the Dragon Ball Z shit with the Patara. It's something similar to that. It's something similar to that. It works though. It works. It works sometimes. Sometimes. All right. So we got So when you date the music, I played with that as a musician. You could say this is the 2024 joint. You know what I mean? This is that 2028 joint. You know what I mean? You can say it's a 2020. This is 2020. It's we can play with that. It's Andre 3000. We can play with the years. We can play with the years. And nobody knows if he's a year or just a bot. You know what I mean? We don't know. I don't know. I don't care. At the end of the day, though, something's going on. Something's going on. Mac is still active. Yes, the dude that made that Young Astronauts Club thing. He's still active. He's still talking about the crypto like it's butter. You know what I mean? It's new sliced bread. I'm kind of skeptical about it still. You know what I mean? They got rid of a couple of, Bitcoin machines. I gotta go on the internet now, look for it, get more knowledge about it. At the end of the day, though, it's like, if they don't have a million Bitcoin machines, hey, don't know what to tell you, man. Don't know what to tell you. Hopefully we don't have to get a microchip. I'll put it this way. If it comes out early, get it in the left. Get it in the left. Trust me on this. Trust me. Now, if you're religious, you think it's the mark of the beast and things like that, get it in the wrist, elbow, shit, get it in the finger. But it's still a hand, it's ways around that shit. I don't know, man. Hopefully they're not worshiping an artificial intelligence that's actually possessed by the beast or something worse. I would go into the time travel missions, but I want to leave it alone. Rick doesn't like time travel. Rick and Morty, it's definitely on my radar. He keeps it on the shelf. I understand why. And I ain't gonna tell y'all motherfuckers till the next episode. So this is the time travel investigation, part 19. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's like 11 minutes. Shout outs, Quarter Brick Records, Bud Ice, and the United States of America. Oh, speaking of which, shout outs to Russia, China, and everybody else that got that time travel. Got that time travel technologies. 2020 is gonna be a beautiful year. I went to about 779. No, 77, 79. Oh, right, the aliens. So, do they pop up in 2028? I'll put it this way. I'm still dealing with 2029. Chances are we're talking about UFOs a little bit too much. And that's all I got. I can talk for president, y'all. I'm not running for president. I totally take that Senate seat. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Alright, I'm out. Time travel investigation continues. Peace.